Okay, I'm first going to tell you a little bit about the painting and its topic and the idea behind the painting, because this is a really difficult one, not in terms of composition, but in terms of its creation. It's a painting of a very sweet young girl of about 8 to 10 years old in a pink dress, and she's depicted from the level of her upper legs to her head. And so one could say she's in 3/4. And then the composition of the painting is rather simple, because it is a triangle basically of various types of pink in the middle, and then the background is mainly black. The difficulty of the painting is something that you cannot recreate, namely the fact that the painting is done in 2 stages, and I think that the time difference may be 60 to 70 years. So basically it is a painting with 2 authors, 2 painters. The first one painting the portrait of the girl, the second one brutally vandalizing the original image with separate acts by which he treated the background and the head of the girl. And of course you are at one moment in time, over a set of several minutes or quarters of an hour, trying to recreate what 2 painters over a vast period of time together produced. So this cannot be repeated in the same manner as they worked. What I think is very useful to you is to prepare to proceed in this way. In the first place, I think you should put on your palette pink, white, a little bit of red, a lot of black, and a little bit of a yellowish brown. You sketch a line from where you left the neck to more to the left from the line of the triangle. That is the triangle, and now a curve that does like this. Like this. No, yeah, and Yvonne, you should, can you show me the triangle? Yeah, you should, where is the neck? Okay, from the neck you go with a slight bow, which curves towards the left side of the painting, and then downwards to the triangle, and it is a sort of form that stands on the left line of the triangle. Yeah, and Yvonne, you could paint the black rather thick and not too transparent. It can be a thick black, but outline the girl. Yeah. And make sure that while you're doing the lower part in black, that you allow the girl to have a petticoat with 3 layers of silk, pink silk. And the dress is probably in silk or something. And also the upper arms are having the dress, the cloth of the upper arm is in 3 layers. So it has 3 layers of cloth, 3 layers of silk. Okay, can you stand back now? Because I want to have a look. Okay, I think that in terms of color, Yvonne's painting is much more successful now than Emile's painting, because there is in Emile's painting there is almost no difference between the rather grayish type of pink for the dress and the peach type of color for the head and the arms. And the pink of the dress really is as if it is blossom, and in your painting it's rather dirty.
Thank you.
And okay, now we're getting there. Emile, I think that you're right about the left arm, that it could be somewhat more inside the painting, because it is much more vertical than diagonal, and in your case it's very diagonal. So I think with black you could bring it more to the body itself. You understand?
Yeah, so
yeah.
This should go.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And Emile,
Yeah.
I'm wrong in suggesting that the body above the belt is in 3 layers. It is in 1 layer.
This one is in 1 layer.
Yeah, yeah. And you should, separate that with a little bit of white from the sleeve on the left, and the eyebrows and the shade on the right side.
So in the dark is brown.
It's really dark.
So we're adding brown.
Yeah.
That's new, huh?
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
We weren't there yet. And then in her eyes, she's looking at us. She has 2 little white spots in her eyes. Okay, shall we now go to the last phase?
Yes.
Because I'm now going to tell you, as I mentioned in the beginning, it's basically a painting of around 1900, and then in the 50s a second artist added something to it. And I think that you could stick to basically 2 colors. The one is brownish black, and the other is white. But we start with the brownish black, and you need a very fine brush. This is the finishing touch, but it'll be an elongated finishing touch. Can you give her a moustache, a very small moustache, which is under her nose and then slightly curving upwards, like a very elegant French 30s type?
Is it in 1 part or in 2 parts?
It's in 2 parts, and it ends, it's separate in the middle. It's very fine, it's like a little curve. It points up.
Oh my God.
Can you redo it?
It's an S.
Is it the S? S-A. Okay, and then rend, and that is R-E-N-D, and it is going, it starts below the shoulder level, and it goes slightly upwards, but it doesn't touch the girl. And the D is in between. It's very beautifully spaced. The D cuts through the line, and it has an elegant bow, which, like a sickle, almost touches the curve of the head. Rend.
This is the most difficult.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Okay, Eric or Emile, I think I would redo it because you are too vague. You're too timid. You should paint it more violently in. Of course, it's a difficult exercise, but it should be like a Pollock. You know, it should be done in a dripping way, in an aggressive but very lively, dripping way. So, it isn't easy to read the text, but it is in parts very explicit, and in other parts it's almost illegible. So it's like an expressionist painting, a Franz Klein, as if it is there, although the surface doesn't want it.
This is really the most difficult part.
What about pa? Oh, your pa is far too neat. It's far too neat. Wipe it out. It must be. It's one movement. Pa. Wipe it out. Yeah. Don't have to make it completely black, but give me a pa which is written in force. The avant-garde is not only not to be giving up, but it is also angry, and it shows. It should be. Look. It's pa. Wild.
Thousands.
I think so. Yeah.
We're here.
We're there.
Right? Yeah.
Pa. Yeah. Now, yeah, and then paint it black again a little bit, Yvonne, because it's too neat. No, it's too neat. Garde is too neat. Okay. I think we're there. Yeah, we're there.
I'm exhausted.
What time is it? It's 9:30. This took us?
8 hours.
We started at 2.
Yes.
Oh Christ, it's 6.5 hours.
So now let's do those two.
Let's have a look. This is what you...
Now.
This is what it was.
Wow. Wow.
And just didn't know this painting.
Yeah.
Really, I talk so much. I don't like talking, but this is...
Andere koffie.
Yeah. I think the only thing that you perhaps should do is distort the bird a little. And the pop over.
I think we should just keep it.
No, we've seen the results.
Yeah.
So this is it.
Yeah, this is it. That's true.
We cannot change anything anymore. God jongens, wat een exercitie.
It's a little bit like Margriet, the period vache.
Yeah.
But it has to be pink, because if it would have been white, it would have been too dull.